Okay, how's everybody doing? My name is Kent, and I'm in Carlsbad, California. Just a little bit close to, we're along the ocean in Southern California. Between Los Angeles and San Diego, we're right in the middle between those two cities. And then, of course, this is a nice area. It's right along the coast, so it's a very nice area. A lot of people like to visit, especially this time of year. You're going to see a lot of people walking along in this video, and most of these people are just tourists that are here maybe for a week or two, but a lot of tourism in this part of the world. So I want to talk a little bit more. Actually, I like to talk about cryptocurrencies, but if you just talk only about cryptocurrencies, I think it gets stale after a while. I watch so many YouTube videos, and everybody just recycles the same information, and nobody ever talks about anything new. It's just whatever's trending at the time, that's what they talk about, and they don't really talk about anything else. So I like to talk about other things because there's other things interesting to me too. Of course, obviously Bitcoin isn't doing well right now. Depending on when you bought it, though. I mean, if you bought Bitcoin at 30,000, it's doing well. But if you bought it at 70,000, it's not doing very well. But that doesn't mean it's not going to go up in the latter part of the year or go up next week. That's just the way Bitcoin is. You can never call it. But I guarantee you, if you hold on to it long enough, you will be like everybody else that has bought Bitcoin and held it. You will be a winner, because it's the only thing that I think that if you've held for any period of time, that no one's ever lost money with. So then for that reason alone, I would always say, yeah, if you're looking to speculate a little bit with money, Bitcoin would always be the place to go. But I'd like to talk about jobs, because jobs are a huge problem right now. I made a couple videos about it. And I think people like to watch those kind of videos because people really can understand the problem with today's world as far as how do you pay for everything. I mean, everything's getting more and more expensive, but getting a job is getting harder and harder. And these guys get away with it. I don't know how to do that, and especially getting a job that you can do something like buy a home or buy a nice car or travel to a nice area like this. I mean, that is almost, you got to have a pretty good job for doing stuff like this. And those old maxims that used to apply when I was growing up, like, an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, work by the sweat of your brow, all those things don't apply to work anymore, because we don't work like that anymore. We don't go out and do manual labor. We don't go out, and these guys just do. Let's see if something happens here. They're getting a hard time from the crowd. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Always a little drama. The light turned green, so they're out of here. But anyway, back to the job thing. I feel really bad for guys in today's world trying to find a job. I really feel bad for young men that are trying to start a family and trying to fit into this world, because it's not easy to fit in this world as a young man. This world, and I can tell you why I think it's difficult to fit into this world as a young man. When you sit there and you see things with your own eyeballs, and then somebody tells you something different than what you just saw, something's wrong. And that's the way our world is today. It used to be that people would lie to you when you couldn't check them on the lie, but when you can check them on the lie, they tell you the truth. Well, that's not the way it is anymore. The way it is today is they'll lie to you right to your face. I mean, you see that every day. I mean, I don't want to talk about politics, but obviously, when people are sitting there and they're seeing a guy like Biden who has deteriorated to the point that it's kind of embarrassing, and then all of the people around him say, "Oh no, he's in good shape. He's fine. He's just had a bad night." I mean, when you see stuff like that, and you can kind of start to understand why people are frustrated with the world, especially if you're somebody that's you got to go out into this world, navigate this world, navigate all the politics of this world, navigate with the fact that if you do get a good job or something like that, that you're going to be treated like dirt, and then on top of that, you're going to have to give everything you got to the job to even get considered. So this is a tough world to go to get along in, and that's stuff that people, I think, need to talk about. And one of the things I'm kind of scared of as somebody that's 64 years old is that these young guys in this world today, they are not happy. I mean, when you're coming up and you're not getting a job and you're not getting a family and you got to be real careful about the way you react to things, what you say, what you do. You get lied to. So it's like I say, to the point where it's so obvious that it's not even lied to, where you lied to when you know it's a lie. And everybody does it, and it's being done every day, all day long, in front of your face. And of course, you get to see everything now that we got the social media and the things like that. So this is a very difficult time for a lot of people. And I really feel like the young people right now are going to have to struggle through this. And the only way you're going to be able to get through something like this is people are going to start joining up together. Like-minded people are going to start joining up. And when they join up, I'm kind of fearful of what's going to happen, because they're not going to be doing it in a positive way. They're going to be doing it in a negative way. They're going to get together, and this is how you get some really radical things started. When you got a lot of young people that are very unhappy with their lives, very unhappy with their financial situation, and they all get together and they join some group or some fanatical whatever, and they start a movement. And sometimes these movements go some places that are pretty scary. I mean, there's a few things like that going on right now that I can see. And I mean, they'll join up with somebody that is looking for people that want to start a movement. They'll start up with somebody like that. I mean, obviously I'm talking about Donald Trump. I mean, he's open for people that are looking for alternative ways of speaking out or being heard, because they're just not being heard with the way the government works today and the way things are going today. So this is the thing that's happening in our society, happening in our world. And it's the way it turns out, I don't know, but it's getting scary. And let me see where I'm at here. About 6 minutes, and the guys with the motorcycle took up a lot of my video tonight. But anyway, I just want to talk about the fact that the job thing is difficult, and that there needs to be some way out. And if they don't get a way out, there's going to be something happen in the way of the fact that there's going to be people that are going to start joining, maybe getting together in groups, being a part of something that maybe in the long term they're not going to want to be a part of. But anyway, those are the kind of things that I'm thinking about, as well as the cryptocurrencies. And here we are. We're at the Village Fair Center. This is a pretty nice little area down there. I don't want to walk down there though, because they're probably playing music. And if I do monetize this video, then it won't, they'll demonetize it because of the music. Not that the video makes any money, but it's just the fact that I don't want to get the community strike on me. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Good night.